Hey guys, it's Brett. I'm here with my warm reviews from the 10 new Spring-Summer 2023 scents from the new Spring and Summer 2023 catalog. So if you're new to Scentsy, each catalog season, they usually release 10 new fragrances each catalog. So twice a year, they'll have 10 new fragrances in the fall and winter catalog. And then, first part of the year, it'll be the Spring-Summer catalog, and then for this year, it's going to be March, will be the Spring Summer catalog, so I'll get 10 new fragrances. And then again in September, when the Fall and Winter catalog releases, we'll have 10 new fragrances in that catalog as well. So I think they usually do that. I don't know if they've always done 10 new releases each catalog, but since I've been consultant, since I've known, they have done 10 new fragrances on each catalog. So if you saw my haul, Brad and I did our first sniffs haul and let you know what we thought of them, and now we've warmed them over the last almost 2 weeks, I think. Week and a half to 2 weeks. And now I have to let you know what I thought of them, and what my favorites were and all that stuff. I got my notes here. I have like 5 pages of notes that I write down so I can remember to say everything that I want to say about them. So I'll kind of skim through while I'm talking about each scent. So we're just going to jump right in here. So first up we have Peace Lily Be With You. And the notes are white peace lily and green apple harmonize with watery greens and a touch of vanilla. So I really like this one. This one was really, really good. What a great way to kick off the warming of them all with this one. So good. It's definitely floral. It's definitely a white floral. So you get that peace lily, like a white floral, but it's not overly heady and overly strong of a white floral. It is like a white floral, but it's not like an overly strong, because some of the white florals normally can typically be like super heady and almost headache inducing. It's not quite like those white florals normally are, and I believe it's probably because the green notes in there, the watery greens and the green apple and that vanilla just kind of maybe calm down that a little bit. It's not a lot of vanilla. Really not even that much vanilla at all, but it could be just in there just to kind of tone down those white floral notes of that lily in there. And then that green apple makes it a little sweeter, just a touch of a green apple, and then just a little bit of a green note. There is kind of a green note in there. I said in my first sniffs, and I kind of agree after warming it, it's kind of the opposite of Flower Shop to me, because Flower Shop was just a little bit of floral with mostly greens. It was mostly like the green stem of the floral flowers and everything, and then like the leaves and all that kind of stuff, the clippings of the flowers, and then you just got a little bit of like the floral note. This is kind of the opposite. I feel like it's mostly the floral note, that lily, and it's mostly the floral, but then you just get a little bit of the greens mixed in there. So it's kind of like flip-flopped, but really good. Yeah, really nice. I think if you don't like floral, it's definitely floral, but it's not like super strong floral. So I think you might be okay with it if you like florals, but you just don't like them real strong. I really liked it though. Really nice. But yet it's strong at the same time, but yet not too strong on the floral note is what I'm trying to say. So let me look at my notes here, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So I tested this up. I had 2 cubes in each of my upstairs warmers. So when I melted these upstairs, and then I melted them downstairs. So a lot of these I had, because I got my consultant early access kit that I got 1 bar of each. So I got 10 bars, 1 bar of each of them. But then I also got some when I went to World Tour. I got 5 at World Tour, so I got an extra one of 5 of them. And then I ordered the February whiff box, and there was like 2 in there, I think, or 3. So I had like some of them. One of them I had like 4 or 5, and then other ones I had quite a bit of them. I had 3, and then the rest, some I had 2, and then there was other ones that I just had 1. So the ones that I had multiples, I warmed upstairs and put them all throughout the warmers upstairs, and the ones I only had 1 bar of, most of those I did downstairs. So this one I did upstairs because I think I had 3 bars of this one. I did 2 cubes in all of my warmers in the living room, kitchen, bedroom, and the master bath, and then the hallway bath. So that's like 2.5 bars. I had 3 bars, and I warmed 2.5 bars upstairs. So I had it going through the whole upstairs. I have definitely a white floral with some light water greens, maybe a hint of green apple, but not much. I get no vanilla. I put no vanilla, but there could be just a little bit of it, just to maybe calm down that floral just a little bit. If you don't, let's see here. If you like white florals, you will like it. If you don't, you probably won't. But again, like I said, it's not as strong as they normally are as far as the floral note goes, but it is definitely still floral. It's a pretty soft white floral lily scent. This was a strong medium in my open concept. It did really well in my open concept. I really was surprised. It was about an 8 to 8.5 out of 10 in my open concept. And it lasted for about 2 days. It lingered maybe even into the third day a little bit. Yeah, it did really good. And I would repurchase this for sure. I really like that one. All right, next up we have Sugar Blossom. And the notes are sugar dipped golden blossoms adorn a shimmering fusion of sugared citrus and vanilla. So this has had a lot of kind of controversy because they have this listed as bakery. This is the only new bakery scent they brought out. But a lot of people said it's not bakery, and I agree. Yeah, it's not really bakery. To me, it's perfumey and floral. It's like a perfumey floral is what I get. It's pretty, but it's not bakery at all. Nothing you would like eat or anything. It's something you would wear on your body. Yeah, so I get there is that kind of a sweetness in there, so maybe I could be sugar, and maybe they're just taking that sugar and calling it bakery, but it doesn't smell bakery at all. So you get the golden blossoms, which will be the floral, yes, and the sugared citrus. I don't get a lot of citrus, but it could be in there a little bit. Vanilla, yeah, but it's not super creamy or anything, maybe. Mostly floral, and then the citrus and vanilla could be all blending together and make it kind of like a sweet perfume. It's like a sweet, perfumey floral is what it is to me. Yeah, a sweet florally perfume. It's nice, but not bakery. Okay, so I did 2 cubes and all upstairs warmers as well. So I had going through the whole upstairs. I have it's a floral perfumey scent, slightly sweet, not bakery. Like I said, maybe they have it considered bakery because it was slightly sweet from that sugar. This was light. This was a little bit on the lighter side. I have 4 to a 5 out of 10. It lasted 1 day, didn't really linger on the second day. I have not a repurchase, but the more I smell this, it's not, I kind of like it though. I'm smelling thinking, oh no, it's kind of nice. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't super special. But I definitely would melt it again. I just don't know if I'd rush to get it again. There's so many other scents and stuff that I like and want to try that I don't know if this, I don't know. I don't know if that'd be repurchase or not. All right, Mountain Sunset is next. And the notes are, take in the view over wild bluebell and warm woods as coconut and golden amber fill the air. So this one was nice. I definitely got the coconut in this one, but you do get that floral bluebell. It's like coconut and floral, warm woods, maybe touch. It's not real woodsy, but there's maybe a little bit of woods in there. Amber, there could be some amber. I think there is amber, coconut, and then a florally coconutty amber. Yeah, it's pretty, but it is floral with that coconut. And some people compare this, said it's similar to kukui and coconut. And I do agree, it is kind of similar because of that coconut note, but I compared them. I had the tester in kukui and coconut and I smelled it side by side. This is way more floral. I don't feel like kukui and coconut have that much floral in it, and this really has that floral from that bluebell. So this really has a floral note in it as opposed to kukui and coconut. But then you get that nice coconut and the amber. What else was it again? Vanilla? Yeah. Or no, warm wood, sorry. A little woodsy, but not super woodsy. It was nice, it was pleasant, I enjoyed it. So let's see, where did I warm this? This one, I had going downstairs. I had, let's see. I had 4 cubes and 4 warmers. So I did yeah, I did half the bar. I did 1 cube. I have 4 warmers downstairs, besides Brad's salon. I didn't try the Brad's salon. I did the future Scentsy room, and then the other area where you have like just like an open rec room type of area, and then the bathroom down there. So I have 2 warmers in the Scentsy room and 1 in the other room, and then 1 in the bathroom. So I did 1 cube in each of those. So I have this a floral, oh sorry, I was on the wrong one. I have nice, for sure. I get the coconut and a touch of the floral bluebell. I get a little bit more than a touch actually, the more I smell it. Light amber note, didn't really get warm woods, but the more I smell it, it's in there, but it's not a lot. Let's see, kind of like cuckooing coconut, but it's more floral. Medium throw, it was about a 7 to 7.5 out of 10, so it did pretty good. And I have, it lasted for, let's see, 2 days. It was a light linger on day 2. And I would repurchase this. I did enjoy it. And next up we have Soak and Raise. And this is Feel the Sunshine as Bright Mandarin and Orange Flower Bask in Ocean Air. I really like this one. This was one of my faves. Oh, so good. This to me is suntan lotion. I said it in our first sniffs, and I still stand by that. It's so funny with this one because I've watched so many reviews, and either people get it and smell it and say, oh, it's floral, and they don't really say suntan lotion, or it's the opposite, or they say, ooh, that's suntan lotion. I think it's either or, but a lot of people I've watched have said floral, and they don't even say it smells like suntan lotion, but I totally get suntan lotion. It reminds me of summer. It reminds me of like the summer, like Sun and Sand from Yankee Candle, because it has that orange blossom in here. I feel like orange blossom is in a lot of those suntan lotion type of scents. The orange blossom, neroli, those notes are in a lot of the suntan lotion type of scents. It's in Sun and Sand, and then there's other ones. I know Sunshine and Tan Lines last year from Scentsy. That smells similar to this too. Very similar to that, I think, and I love that. I've also heard some people say it smells similar to, gosh, the one also that was in the collection with Sunshine and Tan Lines, the Tiara and Coconut. I just had to look it up because it was on the tip of my tongue. I don't really think it smells like that so much because I feel like I don't get any kind of coconut in here really. I mean, kind of, because it's kind of sunscreen, because sunscreen has coconut sometimes, but I feel like this is not. It's more like the sunscreens that don't have the coconut, because I feel like Banana Boat, Hawaiian Tropic, those kind of suntan lotions have that coconut in there. I feel like this is more along the lines of like Copper Tone and the ones that don't have as strong of a coconut. It could be in there a little bit, but like it's not as much coconut as like Mountain Sunset. I feel like that had way more coconut than this does. Yeah, I get more coconut in this. This I don't feel like has that much of a coconut. This is more along the lines of like the Copper Tone type of suntan lotion. Doesn't have so much coconut, but it does have a floral element to it. Yeah, it's really nice. I love it. So let's see here. Let me find I have my notes here. Okay, Soak and Raise. I had 2 cubes in all my upstairs warmers. I love this scent. I have but wish it was stronger. It was, let me just jump into that then. It was light. It was a light medium throw. It was about 6.5 to 7.5. It fluctuated in between there. I say 7 to 7.5 was the max, but then it was kind of at 6.5 too. It fluctuated between there. I feel like Sunshine and Tan Lines was a little bit stronger than this. I'm like, at times I was like, ooh, it smells so good, but I want just a little bit more. I definitely could smell it though, don't get me wrong, I could smell it. I wanted a little bit to be a little bit stronger than what it was. I get total summer and fun in the sun vibes. Copper tone type sunscreen, not coconut, and I get outdoor vibes. Beach, pool, sun. I can feel the sun when I smell it, and you can, especially when it warms. Like if you kind of like when it started dying down, and I would put my nose above the warmer and just smell it. I could still really smell it really good when I put my nose in the warmer, or like not in the warmer, up by the warmer, and oh, it just transported me to summer. It was just like I felt like I was in summertime at the beach or the pool, the ocean, whatever, and I could just smell the suntan lotion. I could feel the sun beating down on me. Even now smelling it, I feel sun. I feel summer. It just brings me to summertime. So good. Sunbathing, I have, yes, orange flower. I get, don't really get the mandarin per se. Yeah, where were the notes again? Let me pull these up here. Yeah, the mandarin, I got the orange flower mandarin, the ocean air. I mean, kind of the ocean air because it makes you think of the beach. So, yeah. It does have a summer floral vibe to it. It does have a floralness to it, which could be the orange flower that makes it at the same time, has a floralness, but makes it seem suntan lotion at the same time. Similar to Sunshine and Tan Lines, but that was stronger, I feel. Sunshine and Tan Lines was stronger and better because it was stronger for me. Yeah, I liked it. It lasted 2 days and it kind of lingered a little bit in the third day. But yeah, I definitely would repurchase this because I like it. But if I did have the chance to get Sunshine and Tan Lines or this, I would get Sunshine and Tan Lines. Unfortunately, that's not available now, so this is all I have available. And I didn't have it. I don't have it in my club or anything, so this is the only thing right now. The suntan lotion-y. So I would get it. I would repurchase that though. All right, next up. This is my favorite. This is my favorite out of all of them. Mango matcha. Oh god, I love this one. This one is so good. A mix of mango nectar and matcha sorbet topped with a slice of salted cucumber and a dash of pure sugar cane. Oh man, this is so good. God, I love this one so much. It was my favorite. My favorite. So I did 2 cubes in 4 warmers and a whole bar downstairs. So I did the whole bar. I did 2 cubes in each of those 4 warmers downstairs. So good. Yeah, you definitely get that mango for sure. Mango is straight up there. I feel like this is even more mango than like Go-Go Mango and all the mango, the scents in the Go-Go Mango collection, Scentspirations collections. I feel like this is way more mango than any of those were. The mango in there was nice, but this is just so much more of a juicier mango. It's just so much stronger on the mango to me. Maybe it's because it's mango nectar. I don't know, but it's really good. Mango nectar, matcha sorbet. You maybe can get a sorbet. I don't know about matcha so much. I mean, it doesn't give me any kind of like tea vibes or like, because matcha is kind of like in green tea and stuff. I don't know about matcha for sure, but I mean, it could be in there. The salted cucumber, I do kind of get that a little bit. I kind of maybe a slight saltiness and maybe just a touch of like a cucumber in there. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And I think maybe the mixture of that is why I like it so much, because I love cucumber scents, but it's just a little touch of a cucumber. And it says a dash of pure sugar cane. Yeah, there could be a dash of sugar in here. It's a little sweet. But I just think that mixture of that, maybe a mixture of that, mango nectar and the little bit of, I guess, the matcha sorbet, that cucumber and sugariness, it blends so good. It's such a good blend. Oh, I loved it. So I have very bright and juicy. For sure, mango nectar. Kind of matcha sorbet is maybe slightly in there. Definitely sweet pure sugar cane is in with the mango nectar. You do get a touch of that salted cucumber, which I think is what makes it unique and really good. Let's see, I like it better than Go-Go Mango, and it was way stronger than Go-Go Mango. This performs so good. It's very mango-y. Yes, very, like I said. This was strong. 8.5 to 9 out of 10. This was so strong for me. It is so good. I had it downstairs, and then it was traveling upstairs. I had it going down there, and I think I have it down here where I was warming soaking rays at the same time. I had soaking rays going upstairs, and this was going downstairs, and it was traveling up the stairs. I was sitting in the living room. It was traveling up the stairs from downstairs, and I was smelling this more than I was smelling soaking rays. It was overpowering soaking rays, and it was downstairs. So this was really strong and really good. Let's see here. Definitely repurchase. Yes, almost club. I think maybe club worthy because I loved this. It lasted 3 days and would probably linger more. This thing kept lingering and lingering and lingering. I took it out after the 3rd day, but I think it probably would even lingered after that. I will say though, I've been having really good luck with scents downstairs. For some reason, when I put them downstairs, especially in the future Scentsy room, I just don't have it together yet. I eventually want to get all my stuff down there and maybe start filming videos when I get everything down there. We just got to get it all together. But I have 2 warmers going in there. I have my 25 watt classic curve gray warmer down there. And then I have the 20 watt, it was the scent of the month last July, I think. It's the Wild Desert. Is it the Wild Desert warmer? It's got the succulents in there. That's 20 watt warmer in that one room. And then in the other room I have a bubble iridescent warmer. This 25 watt. And in the bathroom I have my 20 watt Ocean Ombre warmer. But I think also the 25 watt classic curve warmer, that performs really well for me. I think it's because the bulb is really close to the dish. It's like really high up and it sits almost right under the dish. I'm thinking that's why that warmer performs so well, because it gets really warm under there. But at the same time, because of the shape of the dish, it doesn't always melt around the corners all the way, which is kind of weird because you think because that 25 watt bulb is right there on the dish, it would warm it all the way. But it doesn't quite always melt on the corners, but it performs really well though. The part that does melt throws really well and it's really strong. I almost want to get the satin black one they have and that classic curve, because it does really well for me. And I think a combination, the other warmers down there, they do really well downstairs, and they linger. The scents I put downstairs just linger and linger and linger for days. So this was going for 3 days and it probably would have lingered more. I go down there all the time and I'm like, I can still smell it, I can still smell it. Of course, you know, it's not a powerhouse after the 3rd day, but it's like, I can still definitely smell it when I go down there. So yeah, I love this one. Definitely repurchase and probably club contender. All right, halfway through. Let's see, next up we have Lake My Day. And the notes on this are: refreshing lake waves lap peacefully over crisp bergamot and fresh oak moss. So I ended up actually liking this one. It is cologne-y. I get cologne-y vibes from this for sure. And I'm not the biggest cologne scent lover. If you've watched our videos, I love cologne, but I'm not really a big fan of it in wax. I like it, but it's not my favorite. It's probably my least favorite of all the scent categories is cologne type of scents. Every once in a while I'll get some that I like more than others, and I do like some here and there, but they're just not my favorite. But I did really like this one. The more I melted it, I just started liking it more. So I for sure get the bergamot. Right away, bergamot is the first thing I get in this thing, and that's of course what makes it cologne-y, because that bergamot is in a lot of cologne type of scents. So I for sure get that. Lake waves, I mean, it's a little bit watery. I said in my first sniffs, it's kind of like a fresh watery men's body wash or cologne type of thing, like freshwater cologne or freshwater body wash type of thing. And then the oak moss is in there too, but that oak moss with that bergamot makes it kind of cologne-y. So it's like a freshwater type of cologne, body care, deodorant type of scent. Men's care, body care, deodorant, cologne, all that is what you get with this. But it's like a freshwater type of scent. Really nice though, I did really like it. More than I thought I was gonna like it anyway. Where am I at here? Okay. Like My Day, I had 2 cubes and all my upstairs warmers for this one. I have Fresh Aquatic Men's Body Care, Body Wash, Deodorant, slightly cologne-y scent. Really does smell like a stick of men's deodorant. I think, who was it? I think it was Elizabeth from Elizabeth's Scenes of Scents. I think she said it smells like deodorant. I think it was her, if I'm thinking right. She said it smells like her husband's deodorant. It does. It almost smells like, it totally smells like that. Like, it smells like you're smelling a stick of deodorant. But a good deodorant though, it's good. Let's see, cologne-y, but has slight bit of an aquatic water note. Bergamot and oak moss gives it a cologne-y men's body care deodorant smell. This was light to medium throw. It was about 7 out of 10 at first, and then it kind of went to like a 6 to 6.5 out of 10, and then of course a little bit down after that. But it stayed really good. It lingered for quite a while. It lingered for like 3 days on this one. So this was kind of like soak and raise. It just lingered for quite a while. I kept thinking I would smell it, or it would not be able to smell it. I kept thinking I wasn't going to smell it, but I kept smelling it. Typically cologne scents don't last that long. In my experience that I've had, like a lot of the ones from the Father's Day collection last year, those were so light for me, and I didn't get much at all from those. But this one did pretty good. This one did really good. I was surprised. Fairly good for a cologne scent. Lingered for 3 days. I'm not a big cologne wax lover, but this was nice. Maybe repurchase, and I think I probably maybe would repurchase this. I liked it. It was nice. So if you like cologne scents like that, I think you'll really like it. All right, next up is Tropic Nectar. And The notes on this are tropical fruit nectar gets even sweeter with coconut milk and golden agave. So this was nice. It's definitely fruity. Definitely get that agave and the tropical fruit nectar. You get nectar, the sweet nectar, tropical fruit nectar. It's very sweet, the agave, coconut milk, maybe a little bit. There's a touch of like a coconut milk in there. It's not real creamy or anything, but there is a kind of a touch of a coconut milk vibe in there. Fruity, it's fruity, juicy, just kind of like what it says and what you would think it would be. Nice. It's kind of, I know a lot of people said this smells like fruit punch. I don't know if it's exactly fruit punchy to me. It kind of has fruit punch vibes a little bit, but I feel like Paradise Punch. I smelled my testers of Paradise Punch for this spring and summer catalog that I have in. I got all the testers. I smelled Paradise Punch. Paradise Punch smells way more tropical fruit punch than this does. I feel like Paradise Punch smelled exactly like fruit punch. This is not as fruit punchy as that is to me. It's kind of like just a touch of fruit punch, but I feel like Paradise Punch is way more fruit punchy than this is. But yeah, it was nice though. I had 2 cubes and all my upstairs warmers. I have it's kind of fruit punchy, but or like a fruity drink. Definitely like a fruity drink. Really juicy, bright tropical fruit nectar and golden agave. It's sweet, maybe just a hint of coconut milk. Very bright and juicy, almost citrusy grapefruit. It does have almost like a little bit of a grapefruit, citrusy grapefruit vibe to it in there. It's bright and juicy like mango matcha was. It does have that bright, juicy vibe that mango matcha had. This was a medium to medium strong throw. It was about 7 to 7.5 out of 10. Nice and summery, good for the summer. I would repurchase. This lasted about 2 days, and I would repurchase it. It was nice. Next up we have banana leaf and bamboo. And this is juicy sweet white peach and banana leaf envelop aged bamboo and sheer mahogany. So I like this one. It was nice. I liked it the more I warmed it. I kept liking it more and more. I kept smelling it. I'm like, ooh, I end up really liking this. It does have that, definitely the bamboo in there. It's got that, it's a green scent, so it's got the bamboo. But it kind of reminds me, it's like a fresh green. It's kind of along the lines of like aloe water and cucumber, kind of spa-like kind of a green type of a scent, as opposed to like a green grass. It doesn't remind me of like a green grass type of green scent, because I love those type of scents, like Wally classified as like green grass almost. It's really dewy greens type of green grass. I don't feel like this is so much dewy greens type of a green, but it's more, the bamboo comes off kind of like spa like kind of a green, kind of like aloe water and cucumber is, but there's no cucumber in here. But it says white peach. I don't know if I really get white peach. It could be way under there. Banana leaf, I guess. I don't really know what banana leaf is. I guess it's just green, green leaf type of smell. And then the bamboo, I get the green bamboo. Sheer mahogany. I don't really get mahogany so much, which I'm glad, because I'm not a big fan of mahogany, which tends to give things like a cologne scent. I don't get any kind of mahogany cologne in this at all. Okay, so what do I have written down here? Banana leaf and bamboo. I had 2 cubes and all my 4 warmers downstairs. So I had a whole bar going downstairs. I have this a green bamboo scent. Didn't really get white peach, maybe way down at the bottom it's in there. Mostly got the green aged bamboo and banana leaf. I didn't really get sheer mahogany to my nose. I love green scents. I just really like this, but it wasn't complete love like other green scents. So like I said, I like Wally classified. I absolutely love that one, and fresh cut grass and things like that. But I love those. This I really like, but I didn't love it as much as I like those type of scents. And like Flower Shop really had a really strong green scent. This wasn't quite as green as those. I did really like it though. Like I said, the more I smelled it, the more I kept thinking it was really nice. This was strong. This was about 8.5 to 9 out of 10. This was downstairs again though, so take that into consideration, because scents do really good downstairs for me. I was going down there and I just kept smelling it and I'm like, that's so good and strong. It traveled upstairs. This was another one that traveled upstairs. I had it going downstairs. I think I put it in the warmers later in the afternoon or maybe close to evening. And then I leave the warmers on downstairs all the time. The only warmers I turn off in the house are the ones in the bedroom and the ones in the living room on the fireplace. And then I have one on by the dining room on the table. But I leave the ones on the kitchen on, I leave the ones in the master bath on, and I leave the ones downstairs on, except for Brad's salon. So it was on overnight, and then I woke up that next morning, and I was waking up, I could smell that all the way upstairs in the bedroom. It was traveling all the way up the stairs from the living room all the way back to the bedroom. I could smell this. Yes, it was overpowering. I had the tropic nectar going in the living room, but like I said, I only had the kitchen warmers on, so I didn't have the living room warmers on. But I could smell this over that tropical nectar. I think I even smelled this when I initially put it in, and I had the tropic nectar going when all the warmers were turned on. I think this was, I could smell this coming up the stairs and kind of overpowering the tropic nectar a little bit. It's lasted 3 days. It lingered to 3 days. It probably would have done longer too, because it just kept lingering. And when I took it out, I could still smell it. So it could have probably maybe even lingered more. And I would repurchase this because I did like it. All right, and next up is raspberry hibiscus tea right here. And the notes are: a warm cup of wild raspberry and hibiscus petals sweetened with a spoonful of elderberry sugar. So this was nice. It is nice. Like, there wasn't any of these that I just did not like at all. These are all really pretty good. For sure the raspberry. You get the raspberry. Hibiscus petals, a little bit. It wasn't like real florally though to me. I got the raspberry more than like I got a floral note. Maybe just a touch of like hibiscus in there. And then sweetened with a spoonful of elderberry sugar. Yeah, I get that. I get a sweet sugar, elderberry. Elderberry kind of comes off a little kind of grapish, because I know Brad said in our first sniffs he thought it smelled a little grapey, and that's probably because of that elderberry. But when it was warm, I really didn't get grape necessarily when it was warming. But it does have like an elderberry, like a berry smell, and the raspberry, so you definitely get the berries, elderberry and raspberry, and then the sugar, maybe just a touch of like hibiscus, just a touch of a floral, but it's not a floral scent to me at all. Let's see, what do I have down here? I had 2 bars in all upstairs warmers. I'm sorry, well, I had 2 bars in the whole upstairs. I didn't do 2 cubes in each warmer, because I usually, when I do that, I have 2.5 bars when I do 2 cubes in each warmer. I only had 2 bars of this, so I did 2 cubes, and I think in the bedroom, in the master bath, I only did 1 cube in the warmers. But I did 2 bars in the whole upstairs anyway. I got the wild raspberry. It's fruity. It says a warm cup of warm cup of wild raspberry and hibiscus petals. You do get a little bit of like a warm smell. Like, I guess they're saying it would be tea. So I get like a little bit of a warmness to it, but yet at the same time, it's bright. It has kind of like a bright quality too at the same time, but yet kind of warm. It's kind of a mixture of both those. I don't really get tea necessarily though. Yeah, I don't get like what you typically think a tea would. It could be kind of like a raspberry hibiscus type of tea, but it's not super. I don't know. If I didn't know it was called tea, I don't know if I would pick out that there was tea in there necessarily. I didn't really get the hibiscus floral. If it is, it's just a little bit. I did get an elderberry note with the sweet sugar. Not much of a tea fragrance to me. Mostly fruity raspberry and elderberry sugar. I have nice, maybe a repurchase. Yeah, it was like a medium throw, about a 7 out of 10. But just a plain medium, not light, not strong, just a medium. And it lingered almost about 3 days. I kept smelling this. Like the 3rd day, it was a lot lighter on the 3rd day, but I still got little hints of it on the 3rd day. I have maybe a repurchase. Maybe. I liked it. It was nice. So some of these, even though were just nice to me, I would maybe repurchase them. But of course, the ones that I really loved, I for sure will. Okay, then lastly, we have Woodland Meadow. This is woodland wildflowers flourish beneath a beautiful forest canopy and an air of bergamot and amber. So we have bergamot in here again. So this one, was another one that was nice. It's not as cologne-y as like My Day. Even though it has the bergamot, I don't get the bergamot as much in here as I did in Like My Day. Like My Day definitely got the bergamot. In here, I get bergamot because it's a little kind of cologne-y, but I get those wildflowers a little bit, but it's not like overly floral either. It says woodland wildflowers and then a forest canopy, so I don't know if they're saying it has woodsy because of the forest and the woodland, but then wildflowers. I don't know if they're trying to say it's got like a woodsiness, but I kind of maybe do get a little bit of like a woodsy, slight woodsiness, and then an air of bergamot and amber. So I for sure get that bergamot and amber. I think the amber mixes well with it to kind of tone down that bergamot, because Like My Day didn't have amber. It just had bergamot and oak moss, so I think that really made it cologne-y. So bergamot and amber. Amber is also in cologne too, but I don't know. I think there's just a mixture of the wildflowers and the woods along with that bergamot and amber kind of make it not as cologne-y. It's kind of like just a fresh woodsy slash cologne-y type of scent. It's nice though. I liked it. Let's see here. I had one bar in my I did one bar downstairs, so I had 2 cubes in all. My downstairs warmers. It's pleasant. It has a floral scent, slightly floral scent and slightly woodsy. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of floral and woodsy and cologne. So wildflowers, the forest canopy gives it kind of a woodsy scent, possibly, I'm guessing, like I said. Then you also get that bergamot and amber that gives it a slight touch of a cologne vibes, but not as much as Like My Day. The woodsy floral cuts that bergamot a bit, so it's not as cologne as like My Day was. I have nice, but probably not a repurchase. But like I said, it's one of those ones again, I definitely would warm it again, but it's not one that I would just jump to, and there's so many other ones to get here and there. Honestly, I probably won't. This is probably one I probably wouldn't repurchase, actually. But it is nice. It was a light medium throw, 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Lingered for 3 to 4 days. Another one that was downstairs, just kept going. I kept going down there smelling it. Well, I took it out on the 4th day. I think I let this go a little bit longer. I went to the 4th day, and then I could still smell a little bit when I went down there. But it was kind of the ones like, when you go down there, you smell it first, but then you're doing stuff and you kind of get nose blind when you're in there. I have that problem with some of my scents too lately, especially upstairs. I can smell them when I go into the room, but then I'm in the room and I'm doing stuff and I get a little nose blind. Like I don't smell it anymore. But then I like leave and maybe go outside and come back in, or like I'll go down, if I have going upstairs, I'll go downstairs, come back up, and I can smell it. But then I get used to it and I don't smell it anymore. But then when I go downstairs, I can always smell it when I go down there, but then I don't stay downstairs a lot. Usually I'm going down there to just scoop the litter box. We keep our litter box down there, so I go down there for that. I'll go down there if Brad's in the salon real quick to say something to him or something, but I'm not down there like for long periods of time. I did just start recently using our treadmill again, so I will be downstairs, at least I'm trying to do 30 minutes on the treadmill every day. So I'll be down there for a more extended period of time, so I'll see how they're doing when I'm down there and see if I get used to them when I'm down there for a long period of time, as opposed to just going down there for a quick second. And I, of course, will smell it when I first go down there, but will I smell it as much when I'm down there? Will I get nose blind to it like I do upstairs sometimes? Is there a trick? Comment below. Is there a trick to not get nose blind to scents? For some reason, I've been struggling with that for some reason. I'll smell it when I first come in the room, but then I get a little nose blind once I'm in the room. So anyway, back to this one. It's really, yeah, it lingered for 3 to 4 days. Then I just made notes about what I just talked about. I said scent really seemed to linger downstairs for some reason, maybe because of my classic curve warmer where the bulb is so close to the dish, so it throws it really well. I might get the classic curve in the satin black. It's funny though, because in that classic curve warmer, so that bulb is right above that dish, or right on top, almost on top of that dish. It's real close to the dish. So it gets a little bit hotter. So I think, it throws a little bit better, even though it doesn't melt around the corners very well. But it lingers quite a while too. So you would think though, because it gets hotter and throws better, it wouldn't linger as long, because sometimes, when they get hotter, the scents burn out faster. but it doesn't. It throws well and lingers on both downstairs. It does really good. So yeah, that is my warm reviews. Oh gosh, I'm knocking all my stuff down. That's my warm reviews of the 10 new spring and summer catalog scents for the new spring and summer 2023 catalog. So overall, I think these are all pretty good. There was none that I just didn't really like. Of course, I had my favorites. I think, let me see. After warming, what were my top favorites? Okay, so I put my favorites together from favorite to least favorite. So my favorite, mango matcha. Hands down, mango matcha. I loved this so much, and like that definitely was club worthy for me. Second favorite is Peace Lily Be With You. I really like this too. That could possibly be club, but I don't know. There is other floral scents here and there through the years and stuff come out through the year. I don't know if I club it or not, but I definitely repurchase. Soak and Raise is my third favorite. I really like this one. I maybe possibly club this unless Sunshine and Tan Lines or some other kind of suntan lotion-y type of scent will come out. These aren't out a lot, so I don't know. I might have to club that in order to have access to a suntan lotion type of scent. Let's see. My fourth is Banana Leaf and Bamboo. I really like that. It was really nice. Not my favorite type of green scent, but it was really good. I really like it. Then fifth is Tropic Nectar. Really nice. Like that one. Then sixth is Mountain Sunset. 7, Like My Day. I ended up liking that more than I thought I did, so that was nice. Then 8 is Raspberry Hibiscus Tea. 9 and 10. I had a hard time saying which one was going to be my least favorite out of all these, but I think the more I smell it and the more I think about it, I think number 9 is going to be Sugar Blossom. I thought this was going to be my least favorite, but I don't know, I kind of liked it a little bit. I'm kind of curious. I want to melt the last 4 cubes and see what I think again of it. Definitely not bakery though. I don't know why they said that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put Woodland Meadow as my least favorite, but it's nice. I hate to put it. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just, out of all the other ones, it just goes number 10 out of all of them for me. But it's nice. I just don't know if I'd repurchase that again, because I feel like there's other scents that maybe I could kind of get that would fill my need for a type of scent like this. I don't know. But yeah, so that is my favorites from top to my least favorite. So comment below and let me know if you've tried these out. Of course, that would just be for consultants, because consultants are the only one that have access to these already. So if you've tried these out, let me know what you thought, what were your favorites, which ones you didn't like, what you would repurchase and all that stuff. And then if you're not a consultant, these are all available this Wednesday, March 1st, either on our website or your consultant's website. I will link our website. I'll put it on the screen here and then in the description box below. If you don't have a consultant, we would love to have you as a customer, and you can just click on the link and then these will all be available on Wednesday, March 1st. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you all in our next video. Bye.